Welcome to my crib. Benvenuti alla mia casa. That's my pupper right there. This is the entrance hallway. And that's the hallway all the way down there. And now we're going to enter the dining room and also the living room. So here's through the door. Ta-da! So that is the window that goes to the kitchen. Massive decoration up there. My little pupper again in the middle. The dining table. A bunch of decoration that belongs to my mother. A bunch of little angels that represent me. There's me. There's my mama and me. Bunch of albums. More pics of my mama and I when I was tiny little Pepe. And then there's me again when I was teeny tiny. And that's my mom's favorite decoration because I'm a ballerina. So this is our dining table. I apologize for the mess on the table. Then this is our dining room, which leads us to the balcony. Costa Rica pura vida. ¿Dónde están mis ticos? So here's the big balcony, which gives us a front view of the garage down below as well as everything in front of us. Cute little storage unit for the cleaning supplies outside. Brilliant, because there's no space in the kitchen for that, nor in the bathrooms. Like I said, a nice, big, proper view of everything in front of us, including our parking spot, our garage, and my bicycle's supposed to be down there somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure if I can see it right now. So back in we go to the living room. Isn't it just gorgeous? These are my mom's paintings. She loves the beach, as you can see. Nice and big and spacious. Here's another photo of my mother and me. This was her master's degree graduation ceremony. Back to the entrance and hallway. Hello, that's me. Back when I was very, very thin in 2022. So we're entering the kitchen now. This is the table. I obviously cleaned it myself, and you can find the cleaning videos a little bit of scrolling down on my channel. I posted about 2. Like I said, this is the window. I'm assuming the window is for the purpose of serving the table and not having to go all the way around the hallway. Kind of practical, I guess. So, this is our bench in the kitchen, which you can just lift up and put a bunch of stuff inside. Perfect for storage. Don't have a place to put your drinks and chips? You can do it there. That's the second time that I asked myself why we have a window in the kitchen. So, I really love it that the Italians do this. They put their drain for the plates up there. Like I said, I cleaned the kitchen myself. I do believe I filmed this probably the day right after I cleaned everything. Yeah. There's our microwave. I love the lighting in this kitchen. And this is our second balcony. The second balcony connects the kitchen to one of the small bedrooms. Not as spacious as the first balcony, but pretty freaking practical. Out here we have our dryer. And that's my window over there. That's what I was pointing at. There's my pupper. He is currently deceased. This is an old video. And here's the other side of the bench. More storage. Love it. Hello, pupper. He was about 17 in this video. Alright, back to the hallway. Hello. Hi. And my pupper joining us again. Hello. So, down the hallway, excuse my dog's favorite toy. Picture of my mama. Her degree. So, we're gonna go straight into my bathroom. Like I said, recently cleaned. This is, yeah. Here you can see everything that I need, you know? The shower, hair dryer, window. Hello. And I love it that I have these lights that can do my makeup right here and then. Right on the spot. I do apologize for the mess on top of the furniture. I'm not entirely sure why it looks like that, but I'm not supposed to. I guess I missed that part in the cleaning video. So this is like medicines and creams and stuff. And then there's more medical gear in here, like the emergency stuff. Finally, we have the shoe section. And more shoes. I think I donated half of those shoes because they were hurting my feet a lot. And this is a weight scale, which I freaking love because I can track my weight. Oh my goodness, I was so thin back then. Right now, as I'm recording this for you, I weigh 66 kilograms and I am very, very proud of it. I'm not sure why I'm showing you this, but yeah, this is the rest of my storage. It's menstrual hygiene stuff. We need to see that. It's not taboo, but you know, whatever. And then there's my mother's bathroom, which I do clean, but I don't organize, so we're not going to go in there. We're not going to invade her privacy. Some more photos of, well, myself, some family members, and some family friends. That's my grandmother. Rest in peace. A few more family members. And there's my pupper again. Hello, cutie. Oh, I miss you. I miss him so much. Pelota. I think my mom made those two things. I forgot what they're called, but I'm pretty sure that at the end of me recording this, I will look it up on Google. So this was my bedroom, but I decided to switch. My mom wanted to use it as a sewing. These are my Puma shoes. It was supposed to be like a collaboration between Rihanna and Puma. I'm not entirely sure. I donated them. They were too small for me. But yeah, that bedroom was supposed to be my mom's sewing bedroom. She never got around to it. Just so you know, she did take a sewing course way back in the 90s, or yeah, definitely the 90s. This is my bedroom. I'm not entirely sure if I had already done the declutter video, but yeah, it doesn't look like I had it done. Or maybe I had and it was already like a week ago and I finally decided to film a welcome to my crib video. This is all my decor. Some of it is really, really old. Some of it is brand new. As I'm recording this, it's actually like, well, the newest stuff is like 3 years old now. I've had some of these things like the bunny and the dino since I was a baby, like literally baby. Just squishy hearts for Halloween. And there's the window. This is the poster of the first concert ever that I ever did in Italy that you can find on my Instagram at @tefsings. Obviously, you'll see it on the screen. This I've had since I was in Spain, I think. My ring light, my sofa or couch, glasses. This is my working station as well as my entertainment station. What was that prism thing? I'm not entirely sure, but I should know what it is. This is what I call my Tef wall. My mom likes to call it the Nina wall. That's what she calls me. That's my family's my family nickname. But yeah, it's just a wall full of pics of myself. When I graduated 6th grade, when I was teeny tiny. Excuse my yoga mats. It's a bit of a mess back there. What guitar is that? Oh, it wasn't my guitar. It was borrowed. Oh my goodness, I've had that back since I was in the 12th grade. No, sorry, 2nd grade. Mary Kate and Ashley. Ashley and Mary Kate brand. Yeah, I apparently painted those sunflowers when I was very little. A bunch of jewelry, which you can find me speeding through in my declutter video. I hope you are able to find it. I will link it down below if you want to just go directly click on it and watch it right now. Go for it. So yeah, I do believe this was a few days after I had already done the declutter, hence why the fan was already there. My wardrobe, I'm not entirely sure why I zoomed into that, but there's no need to look in there. And there's some stuff up there. So yeah, that was my bedroom. I hope you enjoyed that one. And my pupper, just wondering what the heck I'm doing. Little cutie. And this is outside our apartment. We lived right by a beautiful river. And when I say beautiful, I do not mean that you're allowed to swim in it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So this is the river. I loved walking by this river with my dog. It was literally our daily routine. Of course, when the weather allowed us to. That's just me giving you a 360 of the bridge next to the house. I apologize if you can hear any sounds outside of this microphone. There's something happening outside my apartment right now. So here I'm walking through the streets. I do believe this street, this street in particular, led to where I got my last piercing, which was my Medusa piercing, which I did post a cleaning video of. Alright, I'm gonna... Well, I could have sworn that I had filmed this with sound, but maybe I didn't. I'm not entirely sure. You should be able to hear that car. That's weird. And it was filmed on my new phone, I think, so I find it peculiar that it didn't film. This is the same river, by the way. It surrounds the whole city, and here is what I consider to be the prettiest fountain in Treviso. I totally forgot to mention the fact that the apartment was, you know, located in Treviso. Just for information, Treviso is basically the neighbor of Venezia, aka Venice. Yeah, this is possibly the cleanest part of the town, simply because it's not on the street. And now, to avoid boring you to death, or boring you to sleep rather, I am going to insert some really chill music so you can enjoy the walking. Bye! So I could have definitely walked through a lot more of this town, and then I could have definitely showed you more. I have no idea why I didn't do it. I must have run out of time, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video of a little bit of a walk through my town of Treviso. Thanks so much for watching.